Hi, thank you for allowing us to send you this video. My name is Alex, and I'm going to be showing you a few tips on how by improving your website, you can get exposure on Google. You can actually outrank your competition, and of course, you can get more customers. So, first things first, I have your website here on the screen, and after reviewing a little bit, the first recommendation that I have to give you is to add more relevant content. In this case, when I'm talking about content, I'm talking more about the text that your website has, all these readable text over here. And when you add content, you gotta make sure you add keywords that are gonna be found. For example, I see the electrical contractor in Queens, New York. This is perfectly fine, but if the surrounding content, in this case, all these two paragraphs, is not relevant or it's not something readable for example, for Google, because when they analyze it, when they analyze each website, they read through all of this, and it's not that they have a person, actually a human, doing it. They have a software that goes through all of this. So the first thing that they are gonna notice is how much content you have. They love to see a lot of information, a lot of content. So if that's relevant, then they're going to start understanding that you are an electrical contractor in Queens, New York, for example. Now, that will be for one this specific keyword. But what if you want to have multiple keywords based on the areas that you cover, based on the services that you provide? Same thing. You have to add relevant content based on those keywords. Now, to show you a few numbers, because I use this tool called Ahrefs. So what this does, it picks data from your website based on Google criteria. So for example, we can see that you're only being found for 6 keywords out of our entire website, and you have around 143 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other websites that are mentioned in your website, in your business name, so you can be found on Google. It gives you power so you can be found on Google. Think like a popularity contest. The more people you get to talk about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're going to become, the more relevant you're going to stay. Same principle applies here with backlinks, but the difference that not all links are created equal. So you can have hundreds and dozens, even thousands of links, but if they're not relevant, if they're not powerful, and most important, if they're not targeting the keywords that you should have here based on the content that I just took a few seconds ago, you're not going to see the results that you might be hoping to get, and more important, your rating is not going to increase. Right now, you can see it's less than 1. So that being said, let's take a look and see what kind of keywords are you being found for based on your content and the backlinks that are supporting your website. So we can see that you are targeting your brand name, Nooks Electrical, which is perfectly good. Then you're targeting this one, commercial electrician in Queens. There's 250 searches a month, and you're almost on the third page, so you're not getting any traffic to your website. And I can see that you're trying to target that to your service page, which is also good, but um, my suggestion would be to first try to target it here on your home page. Then I can see that you're targeting for this keyword, electrician in Queens, New York. And again, this is based on this, but you have little content here. You don't have that much. So that might be one of the reasons that you're not climbing those positions that you want, because you're almost on the fourth page and you only climbed one spot since February. So again, not too much of a movement here. Then you trying to target this keyword over here, licensed electrician in Queens. There's 50 searches a month. Again, you're still on the third, fourth page. No, nothing really going on. Nothing really going to your website. So let's take a look and see who's ranking for this specific keyword, electricians in Queens, New York. Let's see what are they doing different, and what would you need to actually compete and see what are the benefits of being in this, at least in the first page. So if we go to Google, we type electricians in Queens, New York. The first thing we're going to see is this is sponsored by Google. You pay to be there. Then you have your traditional Google ads. And some people like it, some people don't. But if you decide to try to do this, you gotta be really careful on how you say it, because there's a lot of factors that come into place. And even though Google tried to make it look easy, What they only want is to get your money, and that's it. So, very, very careful with this. Moving on, we have the map section, and this is based on how popular you are, of course, um, how optimized your profile is. So I know that you have a profile because I was typing your name, and you do have a profile, but here, let's see, your name is not here. So that means that your profile, it needs to be optimized. You need to add more relevant content here. You need to add images because you don't have any images. So images will help you a lot. They also need to be optimized. Um, in here, the reviews, you need to reply to those reviews, even if they're bad reviews or good reviews, because even though you have almost a perfect score, you need to reply to those reviews. Again, this is perfectly done. But for example, this one doesn't matter if it was 2 years ago. Try to reply. Same thing on all of the reviews that you've been having. Um, but moving on, then we have the organic results, and so this is on position number one. We got Yelp, which is a big directory, no big deal. Then on position number two as well. Then we got Angie on position number three. Then we got these guys, QueensNYElectrician.com. We're gonna see why they're ranking number four and what are the benefits and what would you need to do to start, to compete with these guys. If we open their website here, you can see that they have content here. They have more content over here, and apparently it seems that they understand the concept of having relevant content because you can see that they have content. Probably not targeting correctly those keywords, but again, they're ranking number four, so they're doing something good over here. And you can see that they're trying to do this, which I never understood. This is actually this is kind of pointless because it's not really giving them any power. But again, they have the address over here, which is also a good thing. And compared to your website, let's see if you have, mm, well, you don't have an actual physical address, but no big deal. Other than that, I see that besides the content, all this text, this is helping them. If we look on the numbers for them, they're being found for 218 keywords, and they have around 217 backlinks. And again, for this amount of backlinks, this rating is really low, which means, in my personal opinion, professional opinion, these links are not really good quality. So this might play in your favor because if you have really good quality links that are actually pointing to your website mentioning those keywords, you can actually have a chance to start competing with these guys on top of trying at least to improve your content so it can look not like this, but something more specific, but with a lot of information. That being said, let's take a look and see what keywords are they being found for really quick. And for example, this one, commercial electrician in Queens, we saw there's 250 searches a month because they're ranking number five and they're losing spots. They're getting 17 visits to their website. If you ask me, those are 17 chances they get every month to get a new customer or a new client. Licensed electrician in Queens, 50 searches a month because they're ranking number four and they're still losing position. They're getting another five visits on top of the 17. So that's 22 visits, 22 chances that they're getting every single month, getting new customers. The one that we just type in, electricians in Queens, New York, this is a little bit lower, but still 20 searches a month because of ranking number four, and they seem to start climbing those positions. They're getting two visits to their website as well. So in other words, what would you need to do? You need to improve your content. You need to make sure you're placing those keywords in specific, correct areas of your website. And same thing with the sub pages. For example, I see that you have here, let's see your menu really quick. You have residential electrical services. Let's see what you got. And you have the same electrical repair, commercial. I think it's the same, all this in the same page. Yeah, you just got anchors. So I'll suggest you to have independent pages for each one of the specific services. You need to improve all this content that is here, and Of course, you need to have really good quality links so you can start seeing results and actually start climbing on those positions based on the keywords that you want to be found for. Other than that, I really hope you find this information useful. Once again, my name is Alex, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.